Hey guys, this is Pixel Fiend Tech here, and today I'm going to be going over iOS 7. Okay, so I have downloaded and installed the beta version of iOS 7 here on my iPhone 5, and in this video I'm just going to not really quickly to be honest, I'm going to go over all of the main features and speak a bit about it. So I would just warn you now, this will probably be a very long video, so I'll put a little annotation or thing down in the description telling you when the main bit starts, when I start actually showing you iOS 7. But first I'm just going to speak a bit about it now, and I do recommend that you watch this part. First of all, this is a beta version. Do not expect this to be basically iOS 7. There are going to be changes. Now, obviously, since it's a beta version, it's going to be buggy, it's going to crash. I will speak about some of the bugs I've come across just after I've covered this quick bit. So it's going to crash, it's going to have lag, it's going to be a bit buggy. Some things just aren't going to be quite as smooth as you would expect, but it's beta, so you've got to deal with that. Also, a lot of people are complaining about the design of the icons. Now, I would say don't hate on the design right now, okay? Hate on it once the full versions come out if you really want to, but wait till the full versions come out, because Johnny Ives actually said that they were just concentrating on the functionality, things like that, of the device, and they put a bunch of web designers or something like that on the icons, and that he isn't too happy with them and that they will probably be changed. So I would expect for the new iOS, for the final version, I would expect some small changes with the icons. Personally, I prefer the old ones, though I don't have too much bother with it, and I think I could get used to it. So now I'm just going to go over a few of the bugs. Now obviously there is just some kind of lag, sometimes it freezes up. I've found a few times in the multitasking menu, if you flick away some of the things which I will be showing you, sometimes it restarts just randomly. It's not really a big thing. The restart isn't a proper restart and only takes a few seconds, so again, just something I can happily deal with. Also, battery life, I'm still getting okay battery out of it, but I think it has gone down a little bit, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, apparently with the older iPhones, for example the 4, I think they've been getting a bit hot using it. I haven't encountered that, but I think the bugs are exaggerated the older the iPhone gets. So if you have an iPhone 5, I think it should work better and be crash less, things like that. So that is something to keep into mind. Now, I'm not going to speak too much about this, as this is just a kind of walkthrough, first look kind of video, though I am hopefully going to make a few more videos on iOS 7, especially one telling you how you can get it and advising you certain things to do with getting it. So definitely subscribe to the channel so you can see that video. But I think for now we're going to get into this. Okay guys, so here we have my iPhone, and I'm just gonna bring in my iPad mini, so just to show you some of the differences so you can see. If I flip it onto its side, the lock screen has that small bar along the bottom. Then on the iPhone you can see no bar there, so I'm just gonna have to adjust the focus here as I bring it up to show you the lock screen. And that is actually a feature there. If you saw that, you would see it faded out and it fades in as well, whereas on the old one, instantly on, and when I lock it, instantly off. So this has fading, which is another cool design feature. So what else is there in the lock screen? Well, in the lock screen you can now access your notifications. I will be showing you more about that, but this is purely just me speaking about the lock screen. Generally you have your bar along the top. You can see instead of having little lines, you now have dots. The rest is mainly the same. Down here it still says slide to unlock. You might be able to see that there, but notice this, instead of just sliding here, you can slide anywhere on the screen. Also, my background, which you can see, is yellow. You will notice these are yellow as well, so you kind of get the same, it's kind of transparent and the colours go through. Now here we go, I'm just opened up, and I will actually do that again. I won't be secretive, I'll show you my password, but there's just one thing I want actually more than one thing. So if you slide up from the corner, you get the camera, so just from this little camera icon. Now if you slide up from the middle, you get control center, where you can change settings, music, things like that. Again, I will show you more. And again, there you can see the transparency. Now don't worry about people changing your settings and checking your notifications from the lock screen, as that can be turned off in the settings. Another thing I want to show you is this. Now look at the writing compared to the background. Now when I move this, you can see the writing changes in compared to where it is with the background. Now this is just a really cool kind of 3D kind of almost design that they have added in that looks really cool. So you can see I just type in my numbers, nice animations, and then the apps come flying in. Now you'll notice quickly here, if I flick to the side, what is that? Yep, no spotlight search. Now don't worry, it's not gone. If you swipe down from the middle of the screen, you still get it, and you can see a nice black keyboard there. Again, so I'll show you this, swiping from the top. So you have your notifications from today, all your notifications, and then your missed things, so like calls, things like that. And again, you can see the transparent look, so you can just make out my apps in the background. Just slide up. So now I will show you the control center in more detail. So you have airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, do not disturb, and rotation lock. Now you can easily edit these by just tapping them. Then you have your brightness, so you can easily see that. Your music, airdrop, which allows you to share things with other people with iPhones, and AirPlay. Now that's just basically so you can play your screen on an Apple TV. Next you have some icons, so you have your flashlight, which there you can see turns on the flashlight, and you'll notice here when I lock the screen, the flashlight stays on, which is a handy feature and will most likely kill the flashlight apps. They probably just won't really be in use. You then have the link to your clocks. I'll just take it back there, and then you have calculator, which takes you to your calculator. New design, that's really nice. You can also flick on its side and get the scientific calculator. And finally, the camera app, which I'm just about to show you. So calendar has a bit of a different design. You can see there it runs through the dates in a nicer way, and again works in landscape mode. Next up, photos. So this is kind of different. It shows you photos in conjunction with when they were taken. So it shows you like the place and the date next to it, and that's how they're organized. Camera. Now there have actually been a few big changes here. So you can see here, if you flick to the right, it goes to video mode. Then you can flick to normal photo, square, which is kind of aimed at Instagram, I believe, and then pano. Now if I just lift it up here and go to normal photos, you see these three dots. Now if you click on them, you get a ton of different filters. Again, very similar to Instagram. So yep, that is a cool feature if you're into that kind of thing. So I'll just come out that into the Yahoo weather, which is what I usually use. If you look at this, right, just have a brief look, at the design of that, and then I will go over to the stock new weather app, and you can see it is a very, very similar design there. I don't know where Apple got it from, but I would guess Yahoo. So yep, I personally much prefer the design. Also, to show you here, the folders are different. You now have the different design, but now there is no limit. You can just have multiple pages within the folders. Again, something I'm really happy with. So you can kind of see here the icon changes. If I go into settings, you can see it's a lot different. It's white. Everything is the same though, the same lists, things like that. Compass also looks very different. I have to put it in a circle to calibrate it. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be working too well, but you can kind of get the idea. It's the kind of, oh, here we go, the black look. It's kind of more futuristic sci-fi kind of thing there. So next up we have, well, music was actually before. You can see you do get iTunes Radio. I personally have no content on it at the moment, so that's a handy kind of subscription-like service. You also have FaceTime app. Now, I might not be right here, but I'm pretty positive that there wasn't a FaceTime app on it before. Also, Safari has changed. So if you go on to pages here, to get rid of a page, you just flick it out to the side like that and get rid of it. And it also has this cool multi-page design. And another thing is you can see what tabs are open on your other devices. So you can see Mark's iPad has these two tabs open. Those are some basically the main features. You can see a lot of the icons have changed. Also, Siri has changed. So if I hold down the home button, you can see it's a different design, transparent again, and also you can now control your settings through Siri, which is another nice feature. So that is really it. Apart from App Store, which not really much different apart from the updates. So now you can see updates do it by themselves. Now you do get quick notifications, so automatic updates, so you don't really notice when they're happening. Personally, I find it a really handy feature. Some people might get annoyed at it, but I just find it handy that they just do it by themselves, and I think that's a really nice feature. Okay guys, so a quick apology, I forgot to put this part in the first video, but I'm just going to do a quick cut in here to show you this feature. So what I'm going to speak about quickly here is the multitasking feature. So if I just unlock my phone here, then in past iOS devices you would double tap and a small bar would come up here showing you your previous apps. So now if you double tap, you can see it takes this view, so you have the app icons and then a preview of what you were actually on. So basically what you can do to get rid of them, to access more RAM, you just swipe up. So you can see swipe up and they disappear. Then if you want to get back to the home screen, you can either press the home button or tap there, and yet again you can tap on that and it will open. So that is the multitasking covered. So overall, from what I see, I do think I quite like iOS 7. I will possibly be doing some more videos saying my favourite parts, but this is really just a first look and tour of iOS 7. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, like and share. Also, if you have any questions, don't forget to comment or email me at the address in the description. Thanks for watching. See you.